Hello, everyone. I want to talk to you today about something that affects all of us. Whether we realize it or not, homelessness is a crisis that demands our attention, our compassion, and our action. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine rain, the kind that soaks you to the bone in seconds. Now picture seeing a friend, someone you care about, huddled under a bridge, trying to escape that downpour with only a thin blanket for warmth. That's the reality of homelessness. According to the latest data, almost 800,000 Americans were experiencing homelessness in 2024, representing an 18% increase from just 1 year earlier. I'm not just sharing statistics with you. I've experienced homelessness myself. I understand the desperation, the fear, and the feeling of utter isolation. That experience taught me one undeniable truth. Having a home is not a luxury. It is a fundamental need. The very foundation upon which we build our lives. The good news is, homelessness is solvable. It's not an insurmountable problem, but it requires a united effort. So today, I'm going to outline the problem and, more importantly, the solutions that we can implement together. Let's start with the most heartbreaking aspect of this crisis, its impact on our youth. According to Schoolhouse Connections' 2025 fact sheet, public schools identified nearly 1.4 million students experiencing homelessness in 2022 and 23 school year. And even more tragically, their report on infant and toddler homelessness across 50 states found that nearly 450,000 infants and toddlers experienced homelessness in 2022 and 2023, representing a 23% increase in just 2 years. Isn't that crazy? These are kids who should be focused on learning, playing, and dreaming, not worrying about where they'll sleep tonight. This theft of their potential is a tragedy we cannot ignore. So what drives this crisis? It's a complex, interconnected web of factors. Poverty, family, breakdown, events like divorce or loss, and the cost of housing all contribute greatly. Among all populations, the increases in homelessness were the highest among families with children and accompanied youth, a 10% increase. Additionally, mental health plays a critical role in homelessness. According to a 2024 systematic review and analysis published in JAMA Psychiatry, the current prevalence of mental health disorders among people experiencing homelessness is 67%, with a lifetime prevalence of 77%. Statistics in Canada research shows that Canadians who have experienced homelessness are more than twice as likely to report fair or poor mental health compared to the general population, making it even harder to break the cycle. The root causes lead to devastating consequences. Experiencing homelessness increases the risk of chronic illness, substance abuse, and typically premature death. The constant stress and lack of access to basic necessities take a terrible toll on the human body and spirit. Furthermore, this crisis strains on our public resources, costing billions each year on emergency services, healthcare, and law enforcement related to homelessness. Now, let's move to what works. The most effective approach is called housing first. This means providing immediate housing to people experiencing homelessness without preconditions like sobriety or mandatory treatment. It's based on a simple idea. People are much better equipped to address their challenges when they have a safe, stable place to live. Research shows Housing First programs achieve 80 to 93% housing success rates. Housing First isn't just about providing a roof, it's about providing stability. So, a foundation for rebuilding lives. And so, imagine trying to get a job, attend therapy, or even just get a good night's sleep when you don't know where you'll be sleeping that night. Housing First makes all of that possible. But housing is just the beginning. We also need to provide ongoing support. Case management, connecting people with services like mental health care, job training, and substance abuse treatment is crucial for long-term success. Research demonstrates that Housing First with assertive community treatment decreases homelessness, increasing housing tenure, and reduces hospitalization stays compared with standard care. Excuse me. Mouthful. These programs not only improve lives, but also save money. And finally, we must invest in prevention through early interventions and family support programs as outlined in federal homelessness prevention frameworks. Now, I know some people believe that homelessness is a personal choice or that it's too expensive to fix or solve. These are simply not true. Homelessness is a result of systemic failures, not personal failings. Research consistently demonstrates that Housing First works and ultimately saves money. Continuing to do nothing is far more expensive, both in dollars and in human lives. So what can you do? The answer is a lot. Support policies that fund Housing First, case management, and prevention programs. Volunteer your time at local shelters, organizations that help the homeless, or organizations that help the homeless. Advocate for affordable housing in your community. And most importantly, speak up. Challenge the stigma and misconceptions surrounding homelessness, because beyond every statistic, there's a human being. Every story deserves a home. Let's work together to end homelessness, one person and one individual at a time. Thank you.